Welcome to Bruin Lens. My name is Carter Piggott. Today we're talking about the experience a student can expect from the Communication Department of Journalism and Digital Media. With me today to talk about these classes is fellow journalism and digital media student Gerardo Galvez Zamora. Gerardo, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
What's your experience been like in the program here?
It's been very, very enlightening, I want to say, because I guess my first initial thoughts going into this program was I self-doubted myself a lot going into it because I felt like didn't have the chops to become a writer, have the writing chops to really be respected as a journalist. But once I stepped in my foot through the door in our first staff meeting at the Globe, it really got that weight or took that whole doubt away from me, because once I've listened to people or other students pitch their ideas, I'm like, oh wow, they are really letting anybody write, not anything what they want, but it's just what students are passionate about. And it's not only that, but it's the idea was hey, this is actually experience work that you could put down on your resume as well. So it really gave me that whole relief of oh wow, when I leave here, I have that on my resume now and I have published work. So it's been really an eye-opener. It's been really relieving. It's been a great experience because I met a whole bunch of good people. I met a whole bunch of different students from different majors, different walks of life, and getting to hear their stories from different, and their opinions. So it's been awesome. I really loved it.
And you've been getting to do a lot of hands-on production work here with us, right?
Definitely, yeah. A lot of production work, especially with learning, the ins and outs of journalism too. So I've taken a few, programs with film and everything. So I started off as a film student and everything, and that program was very, very hands-on, you could say. And once that helped me realize okay, what do I like doing? Do I like learning about do I like making films, or do I like talking about films? I like talking about films. So it's just now it's what this has done for me, it's just really gone out in the field, getting to know these people, and really, hands-on work and getting to know these people, and socializing, because it's very important to socialize in this field. And really, it's if you don't know how to socialize and get out your bubble, you're, not going to succeed. So it's really helped me get that experience out the way and just be go at it.
And speaking about going in the fields, you recently published an article with the Globe for your big final project in journalism writing. Could you tell us about that story?
Yeah. So I wrote a big story about Real Salt Lake. Well, not Real Salt Lake as a team, but more of fandom within Real Salt Lake. So this story started off with me, again, being on any good idea, starting off on social media. I saw a video on TikTok, and it was two football fans, and they got in a fight, and it got really, really physical. And I was wow, why are they fighting against each other? So I just skipped on through the next video, and the next video was two baseball fans fighting against each other. So then I was what is going on? Why are these fans that are going to these events trying to enjoy the same sport? I get it, you guys are opposing fans, but why are you guys fighting against each other? So it brought up the idea, or that question, why are sports fans fighting each other, or what drives sports fans to drive, it has to be more than just opposing teams. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to find a lot of research done here in the United States, because it's not enough interest or enough events that's happened. But what I did find was there's this researcher down in Europe named Dr. Martha Newson. She's an anthropologist, and she does a lot of research with soccer, fandom, and she does a lot of research in Europe and in South America. So what she found, it was a thing called fusion identity. So it's a crazy phenomenon where she found 3 different groups of people experience the same type of fusion identity, and that was really, again, soccer fans, really passionate soccer fans, really religious people, and really, highly, people who are really into politics. So, so those are really 3 different walks of life, you could say. But she found that all of them are experiencing the same phenomenon, which is we're following this group or this belief, and these other people who are following the same belief and group are now my brothers and sisters, and I am willing to fight and even die for this same belief. And it's kind of scary to think that there's soccer fans that are out there who are willing to fight other soccer fans, even die for supporting this soccer team. I was wow, here's these players, and there's this club making millions of dollars, and you're not making nothing off that, but you're willing to die off. So it's just wow, that's amazing. So it's like, I'm not here. So what my article is like, not to bash on soccer as a whole, but it's just like, hey, here's this phenomenon that happens with soccer, and I get it. It's like, it's beautiful. It's crazy, but like we as audience, as fans, we need to check ourselves. It's like it could get very, very violent very, very quickly if we don't understand what we're going through, and I feel like we should understand our feelings and our emotions. Like, oh, hey, this is what I'm going through. So
You're exploring the culture of kind of like Utah sports.
yeah, exactly. So
How much does exploring culture, like, how much is that a theme in your work?
So it's been a big theme right now, especially with what I've come to experience, especially with like the introduction of like the recent hockey club here in Utah. So um, I've seen that Utah is really, really passionate with anything that's introduced. So with the fandom here in hockey, I feel like it's just, again, it shows that it's like no matter where it is, there's always going to be fandom behind it. And it's just like we should be, again, with the introduction of that, and it's like being I guess there's a baseball team that's like they're trying to bring as well. It's just like, okay, Utah's growing like that, but the growth with sports also comes with the growth of fandom, right? And so it's just like, I get it. Maybe people are like, no, but Utah's so peaceful. It's so like, yeah, but it's like, but that doesn't stop other young people or other people to like feel the sensation of oneness within a club. And I seen that with like the hockey club. It's just like, it's a club that's like, wow, it's brand new and you guys have no relationship to it, but you guys already feel so connected already from day one, and you guys support these people. So it's just like, I feel like it's something that Utah should kind of be an eye look out for growing, especially with the introduction of more professional sports coming into the state. It's,
And you wrote this story, it's on the Globe website now, but you're looking to expand the article for Amplify Utah. That's a program that kind of takes student journalism pieces and publishes them in higher platforms like Salt Lake Tribune.
Right.
How would that process work for you?
I feel like, definitely, like I said, I would want to, I guess, expand more on not just soccer, because my beginning story was just on soccer and everything, which is great. I'm not saying soccer is bad, but now it's just like I would like to explore it more on a deeper level here in Utah with professional sports. And so I think I could definitely explore it more with jazz fans, especially with the season now going on underway, and hockey fans too. So it's like that's how I feel like I could expand the story and make it more into like what I want it to be. And it's just like, yeah, hey, here's these sports, but let's keep an eye out again still. Like, not bashing these sports, because I am a big fan of sports. I love sports, but I think it could be a problem in the future, though.
What have been some of your favorite classes in the journalism and digital media degree field?
So definitely it's been the journalism writing class with my professor, Rachel. She definitely has given me the confidence to, like, improve as a writer, and she's definitely given me the feedback to become a better journalistic writer. So that's definitely been my favorite class. The previous semesters, this class, the production, the video TV studio production class. When I met Matt Merkel, he's been amazing. It's just like just pushing me through and just hearing me, like, really having that sense of a professor hearing you and listening to you and really wanting you to be the better version of yourself. That's what he's giving me. So that's really been one of my favorite classes, just because of that, I guess, overall sensation that I came out. I was like, yeah, I could definitely do this and everything. Content creation, video content creation, another one with Merkel. It's just, yeah, those have been my top 3 favorite classes. So.
Do you think the environment here on campus has like helped you flourish in journalism?
Most definitely. I feel like Slick puts the community in Salt Lake Community College, because if it wasn't for them, I don't feel like I'd be here, like, as confident as I am today, or with my work, or going out on the field, because they are really community driven. They are really, I guess, close to each other. It's like when you come to these classes and you meet these professors, and you come to see as like, oh, these are the professors I'm seeing this semester, next year. So it really is like, it's like, wow, like they are really seeing me grow as a student. So it's just like, I really enjoyed that part of like Slick, and it's just like they're seeing me grow. I'm feeling that sense of growth, and it's just like, and I could always go towards them if I ever feel like doubtful or anything. So, yeah,
Do you think the skills you're learning through this program are useful in your everyday life?
most definitely, most definitely. I've become more of, I guess, a social butterfly. I guess you could say. Before I was really, really kept to myself and didn't like to overshare anything, and now it's just like I'm out there talking to other people, trying to hear other people's stories. Even sometimes like I have a hard time trying to like be quiet and like shut up, and sometimes so it's like I like that. So it's yeah.
One final question for you. What advice would you have for students that are maybe thinking about journalism and digital media going into that degree?
I say never doubt yourself. Always believe in yourself. Just go out there and try it. All it takes is that initiative for sure, because you'll never know where things will take you if you just don't go out and take it. And you're always going to be stuck with that idea. I was like, oh, what if, right? And thanks to me just going for it, I'm no longer living in that what if scenario. I'm now like, okay, now I'm doing it. So I just say, go out and do it. Don't doubt yourself. There's a lot of great professors, a lot of great people in this program who are willing to help you grow as a student, grow as a writer, whatever you as a person overall. So yeah, I just say check us out. We're willing to hear anything you guys want to write about. So yeah.
That's great. That's it for this episode of Bruin Lens. For more information on the classes that we talked about today and to register for them, go to log in to My SLCC, click registration, and then select add/drop classes. Select a term from the pull-down menu and click submit. When the new menu pulls up, click registration status. Click on the drop-down for terms open for registration and choose the correct term. Then click continue. Seats may be limited, so we encourage you to register as soon as your registration timeframe opens. Thanks to Gerardo for being with us today. For more Bruin Lens, go to youtube.com/SLCCSMC or find us on Facebook, X, or Instagram at SLCCSMC. That's it for this episode of Bruin Lens.